Well, good for me.
What do we have new in the mall?
Oh, how about
This?
affordable classic right here? 2006 Chrysler Crossfire Convertible. You know, that car is almost 19 years old.
That's amazing.
Wow.
It is.
Yep.
I was always impressed with the grooved hood.
Yeah, I like the grooved hood. I always liked the Crossfire. I thought it was a really cool car. You don't like the Crossfire, I see. I can tell by your...
people either love them or hate them, and they're polarizing.
Yeah, so you hate
But it's a Mercedes SLK on the inside.
So you hate them.
I'm not a fan of the design, but a lot of people like them, and the people who own them love them.
Right.
Period. I mean, they really love them.
Well, it's like having an ugly dog. You know, you got to love it. You're stuck with it unless you get it something else.
But they're cool looking.
This is blaze red crystal pearl coat over dark slate gray, 25,000 actual miles. Mm-hmm. Great handling car. These things handle really, really well. Garage cab, 3.2 liter EFI V6 electric fuel injection, 6-speed manual, which is kind of cool. I don't think they were manual, were they?
You know, I'm working with this collection, and these collectors have one of these, and it's the last car they want to get rid of.
Sure, because it's
love it,
and probably the most drivable, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
This one's been really well cared for, though. How about the 1956 Volkswagen Beetle, black over ox blood? Mm-hmm. That's an interesting name for a color, isn't it? Ox blood. Yeah.
Dark red.
Yeah, black over ox blood is a popular color for that. 2196 cc flat 4, a freeway flyer 4-speed manual. I have no idea what that means. Do you know what that means?
No.
You wrote it.
I did not write it.
Desirable yearbug, 4-wheel disc brakes, and this is the kicker. Rockford Fosgate stereo. Wow. I like that. Those things. I remember when that brand came out. Mm-hmm. That was like high end. That and Nakamichi.
These 50s Beetles are hot in the market.
They are really hot, and for some reason they've become. I don't know what changed. I mean, Beetles have always been popular, but it just seems like in the past couple of months, it's changed. Maybe it's the new electric one that's coming out, the bus.
Oh, yeah.
I saw one in Morgantown.
ID Buzz.
ID Buzz. Yeah. I saw one yesterday, or Friday in Morgantown. The first one I'd seen in the wild.
Yeah.
And it was kind of cool.
My wife loves it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool looking.
It's cute.
Probably just passing through.
Yeah.
Shout out Volkswagen.
Yeah, shout out Volkswagen. How about the 1988 Lincoln Town Car Hess and Eisenhardt limousine? Mm-hmm. Is it? You know, it's funny. A limousine used to be like the ultimate status symbol. I mean, and you hardly see them anymore at all. There's vans and Sprinter vans and Escalades that are stretched and Suburbans, but you don't hardly see a traditional limousine. And of course, if you remember, getting into a limousine, unless you're the last person in sitting on the back row, is like crawling through a minefield. It's
not fun.
It's not easy to get into.
Especially for the ladies with their gowns and things.
and a cocktail.
Yeah. Getting out was
getting out.
Right, that era is over. It's mostly SUVs now. Yep.
But I think these limousines are going to become collectible, especially at Hess and Eisenhardt. Mm-hmm. I mean, they were the ones I guess built the presidential limos also back in the day. But it's got 43,000 actual miles, very quality build, a reliable 5-liter V8, which I wonder if that is that enough power? I guess it is.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, a great business opportunity.
Did I write that?
I don't know. Are you writing any of this, or are you AI in it?
I always thought it'd be cool to pick up your kids from school. You know how parents now pick up their kids from school with the long lines? And
sure.
It'd be cool to have a limousine, have your kid get in the back of the limousine.
Yeah, they'd probably beat the kid up.
Yeah. My parents would never have picked me up at school.
What do you say?
They're like, "What? No, we're not picking you. Walk home."
Well, it's changed. Yeah. It's all changed.
I
walk too.
Nice limo, nerd.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
How about the 1984 Toyota FJ45 Land Cruiser, spring green over tobacco, which is
Toyota for our Philadelphia listeners.
Freshly restored, 4.2-liter inline 6, 4-speed manual. Show or explore.
Yeah.
You got two options.
Beautiful.
You can do either one.
Truck.
It really is a nicely done truck. And the 1951 MG TD Roadster, dark blue over blue, 74,000 actual miles, recently rebuilt 1250cc inline 4-speed manual, endless possibilities, and a newer top. What do we mean when we say endless possibilities? It means it might need some work, right? It needs a few things to be done, and there's just, you can go in whatever direction. You can just drive it and enjoy it. and not worry about it. And if it gets a ding or a scratch or something, it's not the end of the world. Or you can take it up to the next level, or you can go to the top level and make it a Concours quality restoration. It's
Exactly.
all up to you. How about last but not least, the 1961 Chevrolet Corvette Convertible, 350 cubic inch GM crate V8. Interesting for a 61. Borg Warner T10 4-speed manual, 370 gears. This is a well-sorted, it's a great driver quality, 61 vet. I mean, the last year for this body style was 62, and then 63 they went into the Stingray, the C3, right?
C2. Right?
Yeah, I always get those confused for some reason. I don't know. I don't think I count the first floor. No, that was at the parking garage at the Philadelphia airport when we couldn't find our car, and it's 11:30 at night. And it was like having a heat stroke. It was so humid outside, and we looked and we looked and we looked, and Kathy was furious, and I was mad. And finally, we called the parking garage company with the sign and said, "Please help us find our car." And guy pulled out in the pickup truck. He goes, "All right, we're going to start down at level 1." I go, "Well, there is no level 1." He goes, "I work here. There's no level 1." And of course, there was a level 1, and I thought you came in on level 2. I didn't realize that there was actually a 1. It's kind of like the 13th floor on a whatever. Yeah. And so there's our car, right?
On level 1?
On level 1.
Turn it up to 11.
So I felt kind of stupid.
I got a question here. Do we still have the 1996 Toyota Classic sedan?
We just sold that.
The right-hand drive?
Right-hand drive.
That was so cool. That really caught my eye. It was like only 20,000 miles, I think, and it just
you're about a week too late.
Yeah, it sold about a week. It sold, I think, last Wednesday or Thursday. So
and that's like a Japanese from Japan.
Yeah,
right.
It was
one of 100. Actually.
Domestic market. Now you're a wealth of information.
Well, we talked about it on the show.
That's true, we did.
Yeah.
So it's a very cool car and very unusual, and certainly you would never see another one at a car show.
No,
if that's your thing.
Yeah.
So I tell you another new inventory that we have. This is an unusual thing. So we have a 2023 Toyota GR Corolla Morizo Edition, owned by a legendary IndyCar driver and sports car driver and all-around cool guy, Scott Pruett.
Wow.
And this car is not coming here. So it's going to be on our site, and it's going to be on all of our advertising, but it's still going to stay in Northern California. And if we get real serious with somebody, there would be an availability to go see it in person. They would have somebody show it to you, but
by appointment.
By appointment. And this is a really cool car, and we don't normally do that. But Scott's our buddy, and I thought it'd be cool to have this car in our stable,
for sure,
if you will.
Yeah.
And it's got 775 original miles.
Oh, wow. It's one of 200.
Yeah. 300 horsepower, 1.3 liter inline 3-cylinder, turbocharged.
Wow.
Weighs like 3,100 pounds. It's a pocket rocket. This thing is, when Scott found out about it, he said, "I got to have that." And he went and bought one. I mean, they'd probably given him one if he'd asked, because he's the ambassador for Lexus and Toyota.
That's
and
right.
So they, but he went and ordered one from his local dealer in Northern California, bought it, and has enjoyed it for a 6-speed manual transmission. This thing is unbelievable.
Will be on the website soon.
It will be on the website probably in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
I imagine you're writing that as we speak.
That's right.
And
Today.
And then don't forget also our promo going on with the Hollywood Casino across the street from us. Now until Saturday, July 26th. So if you're 2025, I guess I should say that, because people could be listening in the future.
That's right.
And they wouldn't know we was talking about 2025.
That's right. We're talking now.
So if you're the winner of this summer promo, you get a $40,000 voucher to come to Classic Auto Mall and pick the car of your dreams.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
How cool is that?
Very cool.
So I don't know all the parameters. Go to their website, look at all the, what you can and can't do. I'm sure there's, rules and things like that. But you can come over here and basically pick out a car up to $40,000. And I think if you want to get something more than 40, then you'd have to pay that yourself. But how cool is that? And we have 2 cars over in the lobby over there. We have a 81 Z28 and a 79 Jeep CJ Golden Eagle. And we're going to change those out next week. So if you go over to the casino, you're going to see something different, and we won't tell you what it is. We'll let it be a surprise.
And all you got to do is play Play slots?
You got to put your card in,
Uh-huh.
playing slots or table games, and you get a point for every time the lime goes in the coconut. And I don't know. I don't know. See, I don't
Read the fine print.
Read the fine print. It's there, but you get entries based on the more you play.
I got you.
Duh. And so that's a pretty cool thing. And then last but not least, don't forget that we've got the Classic Auto Mall auction coming up September 19th, 2025. All no reserve absolute. Army trucks, collector cars, stuff. There's a lot of stuff. There's some
cool stuff.
There's some older barn find stuff. There's some stuff that's literally we're cleaning out the cupboards, as we like to
Work
say.
trucks,
Work
military
trucks,
truck.
and there's a street sweeper and a dump truck.
Got my eye on that.
Literally. Yep.
Steve was like, "Hey, what do you think about that street sweeper?" I'm like, "What are you going to use it? I want to clean the driveway." Well, that's not overkill.
Well, yeah, but he wanted to know if it'll plow snow. No, it's a street
it's a
sweep.
sweeper, not a
Light snow.
Yeah, okay, dusting.
So we're cleaning out the we have some stuff that's literally parts vehicles only. We have stuff that's literally scrapyard only, probably. So if you're a scrap buyer, you may get a couple of those that are in there. I mean, there's the whole variety of stuff. Some cool military stuff. That's most of the stuff does not have a title yet. We're working on it, but some will be without title, sold on a bill of sale only. If you don't know what that means, call us and ask.
And those will be online pictures?
They will be online on our website, on the auction tab on our website. You can bid online on Proxy Bid, which is a worldwide bidding platform, or you can bid in person on September the 19th. Starts at 11 o'clock. You can register to bid. You'll be able to go to our website at some point in time and download the bidder pack that will everything you got to fill out and we need from you in order to bid. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll serve a big breakfast buffet probably at 9 o'clock, and then start the auction at 11, and it won't last probably more than a couple of hours.
Right.
Cars are not going to be run across the block. They're going to be lined up all across the front of our building, and you have 12 minutes to get them out of here once you buy it. You have
rain or shine, I would assume.
Rain or shine.
Bring a trailer.
Bring a trailer, yeah, like our friends, and come check it out. And if you have something that you'd like to sell and put in the auction, again, we're only accepting cars that are absolute no reserve. What does that mean?
What? Whatever
the high bid is that guy owns it at whatever price. So and people go, oh my God, well, what if it's $1? It's not going to be $1. People are going to be in the audience that know what things are worth, and they're not going to let it go for $1. It might go for less than what you think it's going to go for, but it will sell and it'll be sold that day, and it's absolute, and there is no, give backs or takeaways or take backs or whatever you say. So.
The Classic Auto Mall Show with their host, Stewart Howden.